right.
Are you gonna start it?
I already did, man.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So in my notes on my phone of topics to discuss, I have art of seduction,
Okay.
which is great. We'll start with that. We'll start with the art of seduction, which is
Oh yeah,
amazing,
I'm
by the
excited.
way. Um,
Go turn my fan off.
What the hell
yeah,
was
yeah.
that? Is that your fire alarm?
No,
You gonna
dipshit.
die? You gonna die?
One of the guys here was listening to it on audiobook. I got to hear like 20 minutes of it on a drive. It's hilarious. It repeatedly describes victims, like your victims, and it uses the phrase induce surrender, which is pretty great. And if you look it up on Wikipedia, you can find the 9 types of seducers, which is really cool.
It's child predator, one of them.
Yeah. Let me pull it up.
By Robert
Arts.
Greene.
Yeah, it's the same guy who did the like
Why
48
is
laws
the
of power.
cover of the book a vagina?
What?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's
pretty
upside
great.
down. The Penguin.
Hold on,
This
I
is
wanna-
published by
I gotta see
Penguin.
this.
The
Penguin
Scholastic.
publishes like
Scholastic.
children's books.
Yeah. Yeah, so a lot of this is like it was written by Patrick Bateman.
The Rake? The
Yep.
Rake. Like the creature? The Rake?
Hold on, what's this guy's name?
Robert Greene.
Robert Greene with an E at the end. He did.
Greene.
He did.
Is this the guy
He
with
did the 48
Fault in Our
Laws of
Stars?
Power.
No, that's a
Hank
different guy.
Green,
Yeah, and it's actually green, like the
And
color.
he's really
and
the
not
color, yeah.
made up with extra.
It's also
letters.
it's amusing because it
He
lists
Maybe
he wrote a
later.
book with
Maybe I'll
50
donate to
Cent.
you later, Wikipedia.
it lists like women as examples of like great seducers, in history. As though like women would actually read the book. Like it's painted, like it's for both genders. And then it's very clearly like just for predatory men. Like those are the only people that are gonna read it.
They've got
Here's
associated symbols.
Here's a great one. Yeah, their symbol. Here we go. For the natural, the symbol is the lamb. So soft and endearing. At 2 days old, the lamb can gamble?
Gambo.
Gambol gracefully. Within a week, it is playing follow the leader. Its weakness is part of its charm. The lamb is pure innocence. So innocent, we want to possess it, even devour it. Which is
I wonder if this guy's
very
like a maternity ward.
What's he up to?
well, it's great because he
2000.
describes himself as a rake, and the rake is the one who the rake is a seducer who catches their target's fancy by incessantly pursuing her.
Their symbol
So
is
he just
fire.
harasses women.
Who does he look like? He
The
looks
rake
like the guy,
is
he looks like
extreme, uncontrollable, and dangerous.
He looks like the actor
Yeah.
that's in all the Sinister movies or whatever it's called.
Yeah, I'm kind of a rake.
Patrick Wilson? You think he
Yes.
looks like Patrick Wilson?
He looks kind of like Patrick Wilson. Patrick Wilson and Hard
Nah,
Candy.
I'd
yeah.
fuck Patrick Wilson before this guy.
The charmer symbol is the mirror. Your spirit holds up.
I kind of see it, but Patrick Wilson's a lot better looking than Robert Greene here.
The one where
No, I saw him in Bone
Elliot
Tomahawk
Page-
last night.
The one where Elliot Page pretends. To
Oh,
cut
he
his
does look
balls
like
off.
Patrick Wilson.
Are they Elliot Page, or is that a retroactive
Well,
application?
Ellen Page in the movie. He's like a pedophile, and
Okay.
and she tortures his ass.
Ellen Page is a pedophile? Oh.
No, Patrick.
No,
Wilson.
she cuts his balls off.
He. Let's not be bigoted now.
Which, at the time,
Okay. You guys, we're gonna.
Nah, I saw
at
Patrick Wilson in Bone Tomahawk
the
last night.
time Patrick Wilson was a he until he got his balls cut off by Elliot Page.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
You can hear the one for the charmer. The symbol is the mirror. Your spirit holds a mirror up to others. When they see you, they see themselves, their values, their tastes, even their flaws. Their lifelong love affair with their own image is comfortable and hypnotic. So feed it. no one ever sees behind the mirror.
Patrick Wilson
like-
really nails the pedophile
Like
vibe.
the edgiest shit in the world. That's like
Patrick
that
Wilson
poem.
nails a lot.
That poem you found on fucking DeviantArt, Hunter, The Mask.
The Mask. Ah,
Remember that shit?
I wish I could remember The Mask.
Oh, it was like it's like an angsty teen poem that's like everyone. I tell my family that I'm okay, but I'm really
Googled
not.
The Mask
I
DeviantArt,
wear
but
a
I'm kind of
mask.
afraid to see what happens if I do that.
Yeah, you can
It was
if
on,
you
like,
do the
some
Mask Rule
poetry
34, you'll
website.
find
I
the
got
poem
this.
that Hunter
The
was
Mask,
talking about.
Yeah, The Mask DeviantArt. Let's see what we got. All right. I know you guys can't see what I'm
Yeah.
talking about, but I'll
Kind
just,
of my
I'll just
nickname.
talk you through it. Okay, first. I thought it was gonna be
I'm
worse
excited.
than this, but this is amazing.
That's a great. That's great.
It just
All
looks
right.
like a.
That's quite.
I don't
Yeah,
even know how to describe.
that's a
these
hell of a
images.
picture. It's the Mask, but like wearing
Oh God.
a
He's
very
got cleavage.
It's not gonna
red
get
jacket
better.
and a wife
I'll tell you
beater,
that right
and then
now.
like a wife beater with his like pecs sticking out.
He's got
It's
the
pretty great.
Drive Scorpion jacket on with the popped collar. And
Yeah,
you got
yeah.
his hairy
He just needs a
cleavage
toothpick.
chest.
That movie's so fucking dumb, man.
I don't know
Oh
why
my
you
God.
don't like
Drive
Drive.
with a
We've
Mask.
done this already. We've done this on this
We've already had
podcast
this
before.
conversation. Dude, go watch the scene again where he threatens the guy in the bar and tell me
Yeah,
it's
I
not
don't
like
know
the
why
most
you don't-
laughable shit in the
You
world.
don't like that scene for some reason, but like it's fine.
It's
I mean,
so
I can
It's
over the
fine.
top.
like it, but at the same time, he's literally me, so it's kind of like, yeah, I do shit
It's
like
so
that
me.
sometimes.
Speaking of, you know what's second on the list of things that I wanted to discuss?
The
Is
mask.
Ryan Gosling. He has
Oh,
a
yeah.
lazy eye. I can't be the only one who's
He's-
noticed it, right?
I don't think he has a lazy eye. I think his eyebrow just hangs more.
His eyebrow? No, his
His-
eyes.
The
point
brow of
in-
his eye.
I'm talking about
he
his
unfocuses
balls
his
of
eyes
his
on
eye.
purpose because his dead expressions are what nail his like indie roles.
No, he does it in interviews. It's like it's a thing. Like
It's
it is. His
not.
eyes are. I promise you, it's just a little bit. I can't believe
I think it's
all
just
the
the shape of
comments.
his bone structure.
It's hit fucking
Cora.
the direction of his eyes. It's got nothing to do with the shape of his fucking
It's
head.
an optical
His
illusion.
eyeballs.
Created by
Cora
his-
went over this.
his
Cora went over
lids.
this in 2018.
Who?
Cora. Have you guys ever been on that
Oh,
site?
are you googling
It's
it?
awesome. It's like Yahoo Answers, but for like racists.
Oh,
Don't-
Quora.
Yeah. Don't
No one
Google
pronounces it with a K.
the Mexicans.
Yeah, one of the previous posters is
Well,
writing
last
that
I
he has
checked.
strabismus.
Strabismus.
That's
Bless you.
That's a lazy.
More like
I'm gonna listen,
strabismus.
I'm gonna get strabismus.
None of your strabismus, dog.
Strabismus
It's
time.
none of your strabismus, bro.
Yeah, I fucking told you. You're welcome. All right, the next
No, it's his
thing.
bones.
The next thing. Shut the fuck
It's
up.
not an official diagnosis. It's just God, Oprah
It's
souls.
yes, it is from me, a doctor. The next thing on the list is It, and I think I was just thinking about the scene where all the children have sex, which is pretty hilarious. I don't know if I talked about this before,
I must have
but
missed that in the movie.
yeah, they shot it, and then the
Steven saw it
director
in
just I don't
theaters.
know. Yeah,
You don't
no, the director, who's also the editor. Yeah, that footage was lost, but no, in the book, I read it in like 8th grade, and then I was talking with Nathan about it years later, and he was like, there's like 2 pages where it just talks about how great Ben's cock is, and I was like, no, there's no way, like you're wrong. We got the book and opened it up, and there's literally 2 pages.
Yep.
Ben's the last one. This is in the book by Stephen King. Also a great book, by the way. I don't know why I like it so much, but it's a great book. There's like all the kids fucker. That's a
That's
hell of
it.
a phrase.
That's
That's a hell of a phrase. But Ben is
Keep
the
going.
last
Keep
one.
going.
Ben is the last one, and then she's like, "Oh wow!" Like it's like so different. Literally
Stephen,
Oh my
2 pages.
gosh.
the Stephen King
Literally 2
self-insert
pages.
character has the best cock of all the
Yeah.
children. That's the best.
Yeah,
That's my
Ben
response.
Handsome. Oh yeah.
Wait, no, Ben. Oh, sorry, no, Ben. I forgot. Bill was the.
Yeah, no, Bill doesn't fuck that great.
That's
He's not bad.
okay. That's actually pretty funny.
She
But
likes
his
Bill.
but his cock is
But
unremarkable.
Ben
The
is
Stephen
just
King's.
like on a different.
The Stephen
Yeah.
King.
Even his self-insert character
Yeah.
is getting outfucked by a 12-year-old.
He can't. He just.
He's getting cucked as a child. But yeah, it's pretty
Imagine
graphic.
getting cucked as a
and
child by
Very
a child.
uncomfortable. You would think they would just do like a re-release where they just don't do that. Like, because it's such a good book. It's an amazing book all the way through. And you could just rewrite that
It's
scene.
central. It's
and be like-
central to the plot, Steven.
It's really not.
It's so important. I can't tell you.
It's really not. It never
How
comes
many
up again.
times
It has no part, like when they're adults, there's no play in it. They don't even like refer. I don't think they even remember it as adults because they all probably repressed it. The other thing on my list is Jesus, if your slate is clean. I was listening to Jesus Christ Superstar, which is like gradually replacing the canon of the Bible in my mind because it's been so long since I've been like exposed to any of it.
It's been a while since you've read the Bible in its entirety.
Yeah, there's the part of the song where I think it's Simon or whatever. He's like, it's the song where he's like, it's not that I object to her profession. You know,
that was Judas.
Was it Judas? No, that wasn't Judas.
That was Judas.
That was Judas.
But it doesn't fit in well. That was Judas?
That was
Oh, he's
Judas.
just not screaming, so he sounds different.
Yeah, he hasn't been mind broken yet by Jesus Christ Superstar.
Yeah, so, but anyway, he's literally just being like, look, Jesus, you're doing great. The people love you.
You gotta stop hanging out with hoes.
Even then, he's like, look, I don't really have a problem with it. It just kind of might go. It might not look the best for what you're preaching. And then
I like whores, but other
Jesus
people.
immediately is like, oh, so you've never done anything wrong? Like immediately, is like so defensive of Mary Magdalene. If your slate is clean,
That's
then you can throw stones or whatever the fuck.
That's my response whenever my girlfriend catches me with prostitutes.
Yeah.
Why'd you start
So
whispering?
you've never done anything wrong?
You're perfect.
Oh, so you're perfect. So you're fucking perfect.
Nobody needs to
Who
do
are you?
self-reflection in
The
here.
lines from the song is who are you to criticize her?
Who are?
Who are you to something else? And then if your slate is clean, then you can throw stones. But like,
well, Judas is like, well, why'd you buy this fucking like nice smelling soap for your feet? We could have donated that to the poor. And he's like, they're not our problem. You want me to solve all the problems in the world?
Like, I'm just supposed to give them fucking everything?
The poor are gonna exist forever. He calls them, what does he call them? Wretched?
Yeah.
I'm looking up. Well, in fairness to Jesus, I remember that like the apostles all were like not the best dudes. Like I know Matthew was a tax collector.
Yeah, but you have someone saying like, you have someone saying like, hey, like maybe we should consider like he, at least again, I mean, Jesus Christ Superstar is replacing my understanding of the Bible completely.
It's the Bible.
But according to the singer of Traffic, Jesus, like he's just trying to be like, hey man, maybe like based on what you're teaching, maybe we should be doing this. Like if you're gonna, you're gonna say this, maybe we should try and help uphold that image. And Jesus is like, oh yeah. What, I can't have nice things? I can't fuck a whore now and then? What's the problem?
Suffer not a whore to live, Jesus. Your dad said that.
Yeah, your fucking dad said it. Yeah, pretty good stuff.
God was going ape
And then
shit
the
in Old
last
Testament.
thing on my notes is just I'm gay.
Exit.
But
Friggin'
All right.
not
And
Exodus.
we're done. We're done with this episode then. I
Yeah.
guess.
What's the one
we're
that
good.
What's the one that
We're
lists all the
finished.
rules and shit? Is it Leviticus?
The 10 Commandments. I don't know. I haven't read the Bible.
It
The
might
one that
be
says you can't
Exodus.
eat
or-
shellfish and tattoo yourself and shit. That's
I
Leviticus.
thought you were gonna say you can't eat shit. You
You can't do that
held
either.
the
Thou
sh for
shalt
so long.
not eat shit.
Thou shalt.
And the Jews were devastated. Oh man, I was watching Seinfeld bloopers.
I didn't realize
Pretty
there
good
were so
stuff.
many books in both testaments. Jesus Christ!
Yeah, that's
I should read the Bible.
it's pretty dry.
I know. I tried.
I tried
I'm
to
just
read
gonna.
it a long time
I'm gonna
ago.
skip past the part where they're saying this guy had this many kids, who had this many
And
kids, who had
this-
this many
yeah.
kids. I gotta skip that part because that part put me to
James
sleep.
Long of Cock and his 7 betrothed. Yeah, dude, guys used to be cool back in the Old
Back in
Testament
the Old Testament,
before all the liberals came in and
before Christianity
before
existed.
Jesus the
You know-
liberal.
I was thinking about this. You don't hear about a lot of Jewish atheists. They were raised Jewish and then they went against it. But like they're like all exclusively of a Christian background.
Well, I think it's overrepresented. I don't think that's a good comparison.
You
at
don't
all.
hear a lot of Jewish atheists. You don't know a lot of Jews.
You don't know a lot of. How many Muslim atheists do you know? Yeah, okay.
Good
I don't know a lot
point.
of Muslims.
Why are they all Christian?
I think let me hypothesize about the Jews because I'm so
As a Jewish
as a-
adjacent.
yes, as a man who's had sexual contact with a Jew.
As a man who kills on
Um,
behalf of Israel.
Yes.
Did you have to pay her?
No. Which was the really surprising part. But
That's the best part of the whole experience.
yeah. But no, like
Just
I
kept
don't know.
Calling me Goy.
I think like Larry David probably is like atheist, but just like like
think-
not gonna. I think they're more like just roll with it kind of thing rather than like detached from the faith.
I think too they have a
'Cause
stronger.
that's
like-
the other thing. Yeah, there's so much culture in it.
yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. Like,
So you're not gonna abandon your culture. Like Christianity and Catholicism, there's not as much culture tied into it. But with
Yeah.
Islam and Judaism, there's so much like all these. I mean, there's Christmas, I guess, for Christianity, but that's not like
Yeah. Christian culture is American culture.
basically, yeah.
I think
Libtard.
too that you don't have the history either of Christian like the
Yeah, like
community of
like
Christianity.
you're not a people, like being a Christian, you don't feel like you're a people. You're
Not anymore.
You're probably American first, like in your mind,
Our
as like
calendar is based after the death of Christ. You mean
what?
We don't have a culture. We Christian, me a Christian. We don't have a culture.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah,
How dare you?
it's got to be fun to be a Jew
Well,
now.
in fairness, American Protestantism is a disgusting mockery of religion, on top of everything else.
Let's keep things light.
Spoken like a true heathen.
Why?
What do you mean, heathen? We both went to Catholic school, nerd.
Did you really?
Yeah. No, Lutheran school.
Both.
Oh,
Lutheran school.
Lutheran is as Protestant
Yeah.
as you can get and still be safe.
it's like
because
Christian.
I remember-
Christian
it's
light.
a rigid-
I remember
it's a
me and a fellow United States Marine actually now. We were in fourth. You remember what was her name? Shut it up front. I don't know. Mrs. Steenis?
Mrs. Claus.
Steenis, who never once got called Mrs. Penis. Which like
No,
blows
well,
my
In the
in
mind.
face or
In
like
fairness,
ever?
She threw chairs
No,
at
like-
children, so I mean that's
No
kinda
one like joked about it. She was like incredibly like terrifying.
Do
Um,
not get.
and there was
She did not get caught lacking.
no, she didn't fuck with her at all. Like no, like she was the one teacher that like even like the kids that are like I don't give a fuck about the rules or whatever, like they give a fuck about the rules when she's
Fuck
around.
school.
No, because
Yeah,
she
it's
beat
like
your
when-
ass up.
I'll never
She
call her
fucked you
Mrs.
up.
Penis.
Like there's the teachers who you're like fuck 12 and they like keep driving. She's fucking out the door of the cop car before it like stops moving, billy club in hand, like coming at you.
Breaking your windows and
Where
shit.
you're immediately like I've made a tremendous mistake.
Yeah.
But there was a time where we were coming back from like the gym or something, and we walked past the water fountain, and a few of us like stopped to get water, and then me and this kid were like the last two, and then like I got some water, and then he went, and I was like, oh, I kind of want more, so I went behind him, and, like got water, and then he saw me do that, and he did it, and then we started doing it faster and faster, just like giggling, like we're fourth grade, like giggling like
Yeah.
fucking retards, and like swapping at the water fountain like as quickly as we can. And then we like look up, and she's there, and she's like, "What the hell?" She's like, "That has got to be the stupidest thing I have ever seen. Detention, both of you." And I remember, like in the moment,
Fucking
feeling
laid
like
out.
shit, like I'd done something terrible. And then when I was in detention, I was like, "What the fuck did I even
Why
do
am I
wrong?
here?
what is the
I
problem?"
was thirsty.
They were all kind of like that.
Yeah, but she was. I remember
No,
hating.
She was mean.
I kind of
So-
liked her as a teacher.
Who was the seventh
She
grade
was
teacher?
scary,
She
but
was
I-
along the same way.
But I never hated her. There was the other teacher that I hated, and then like she met my mom in a store once. Like ran into her at a store. They didn't like arrange to meet at a store.
They met up at a store.
Bumped into my mom, and then my mom was telling me all the nice things that she was telling my mother about me, and I was like, oh wow, because I fucking hated her.
I should go
But, you
easy
know.
on her.
Yeah. This was after I'd left the school.
Oh.
Her name was, it was like, yes, yeah, Mrs. Richards. I hated her.
She was afloat.
She was a
Yeah,
what?
She was afloat. She
What the
covered a
hell?
bunch of the grades. She did like a subject
Oh,
for each
okay.
grade or something.
I thought that was like a slur. I couldn't figure
Yeah, I
out what
thought
you
you
were trying
were-
to say.
I couldn't tell if you were calling her hot or not. Like, am I just
No.
not
No,
up on the
She was-
times?
She was like the stereotypical when you think of like an older
old,
kind of fat white teacher
old
with
fat
like
white teacher?
that like hates children, and you're like,
Oh,
why are you a
okay.
teacher?
Okay,
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
it. I got
mean,
you.
that's how I remember her, but
There's
I'm
a
sure
composite in my brain.
I'm sure she
she's
isn't
how I
that
was
bad.
able to get to go to the geography bee championship.
Oh
What the
yeah.
hell is geography be? You guess country
Geography
outlines,
facts. No,
silhouettes.
No,
It's just like geography trivia,
yeah,
basically.
it's a trivia thing.
Why is it called a
He
bee?
was like a
'Cause it
state
was a bee.
contender.
Yeah.
Why are
went
they
to,
called
Tallahassee.
Ask me about geography, bro.
Why are
Ask
they
him
called
geography.
bees?
Where's Iraq?
Geography.
Why
geography
are
my
the
ass right now.
bees?
It's
What's
it's all
the-
around
what's the-
Baghdad. Next.
What's the name of the sea in Kazakhstan that is disintegrating as we speak?
Oh, I know this. Shit.
That doesn't sound like you do.
It's not Caspian.
It is not.
Fuck.
Ask me about battlefield geography, and I got you. You want to talk about Caspian border? The best map.
Mm,
Battlefield, the game, not like historical battlefields.
wars.
I don't
Go
know
ahead and
shit
tell me
about
about the
that.
Napoleonic Wars.
I don't
Caspian
think I know
border's
that, but
fucking
I don't think it
amazing.
was- I don't know. It's
It was
real
the best
open, not
map.
a lot of cover.
There was a lot of cover. You're just
I
bad
thought
at the game.
Goshan Railway was kind of the. I don't.
What? Which one is that?
The one in Battlefield 4, the one where we always fight for A, B, and C.
That's the hallway
The
one,
village
right?
that you level at the top.
Oh.
I don't
No,
know.
the hallway. All
I'm
the
not sure
hallway
which one you're
Battlefield maps are
talking
the
about.
fucking worst. Metro.
Metro.
Well,
Metro's
Metro
great.
was.
Metro's
Metro's
so good.
interesting. Yeah. But Operation Locker
Metro
was
is so
dog
good.
ass.
Operation Locker wasn't great. I
That's
don't know
the
how
one
they
I'm
got it
thinking
with
of.
Metro. But
It's like border crossing in Modern Warfare.
no, that's bad in like a whole other way.
Yeah, but I mean, they're hallways.
They didn't fix it until like
No,
their most
Border
recent
Crossing.
update,
Yes.
where they kept cars.
Border Crossing is the worst of all of them by a mile. Metro is fun.
They're all
Locker is
bad.
like not great. Border Crossing is like
We don't have to
fucking.
argue about which one's the worst. They're all bad. We all hate
No,
them.
they're not
what's
all
your
bad.
favorite-
Metro's not bad.
Welcome to Shithouse, and this is our top 10 Call of Duty map.
Welcome to Watch Mojo. I'll be your host.
Welcome to Watch Mojo. This is our
Shit
top
house.
10 child sex scenes in Stephen King novels.
Are there multiple?
I don't want to.
I don't know. Yeah, look that up.
You got it.
Jamie, pull that up real quick.
Yeah, hold on. Let me bust open that VPN.
Yeah, I'm not. Don't. Let's not. Let's not.
No, I'm trying
Don't.
to think. There's awkward moments in.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of more awkward moments in Stephen King novels.
It is actually a fucking amazing book.
I feel like he takes a lot of. I feel like it's getting cooler to hate on Stephen King, and I understand why. Because like, I think for a number of years there he's a little overblown, but it's not like he's bad at writing. It's a good book. Salem's Lot's a good book. I prefer the book version of The Shining. That might be nostalgia though. I haven't.
There's a terrible book
Never
of his
seen
called
it, so-
Desperation. I don't know if I talked about that one
Desperation's
before.
real bad.
Desperation's awful, and it starts
Dreamcatcher
amazing.
was so bad. Dreamcatcher was terrible. But also like his
Desperation
short
had a
stories
little
is
movie,
what's
I
his
think.
name? What was that guy's name? What did he write as? Bachman?
Yeah, Richard Bachman.
The Longest Walk was a really good story.
Yeah. I watched Bullet Train recently.
Yeah?
It was
Oh,
like
yeah.
very, very okay.
Dad
I
was
liked it.
raving about it. Dad was like,
I
you
had a
gotta
good
watch
time.
Dad
it.
loved it.
It's such a good
Surprised me
movie.
when I watched it. It didn't seem like his speed.
No, I never would have
Bullet
pegged him
speed.
as a Bullet Train guy,
Bullet
but I also didn't
speed.
believe him when
Yeah.
he said it was like the best movie.
It's not
No,
the-
it was. I mean,
It's not the best movie, but I enjoyed it.
I'll probably never watch it again.
Yeah,
I-
it looked like a
But it was neat. It had
I've-
Brad Pitt really was carrying it. I think he was pretty entertaining. The guy from Atlanta who
Paperboy.
plays Paperboy, yeah, he does a British accent that's I don't know. It sounds rough. It'd be hilarious to find out if he's British because it doesn't sound great to me.
No,
So
I
maybe
saw
I
that.
should see,
I
like,
heard
what
him talk about
Yeah,
it.
you
like
as a
clip
British
from
person.
The movie, so I had to look it up, and no, he is not.
Yeah, he kind of struggles with it. Yeah, it's fun. It's neat.
They like went for Idris Elba, and then they're like, oh, well, what about Paperboy?
Yeah, that's the two
There's two black
most
actors.
The
comparable
two
black
only
actors.
black people in Hollywood.
Yeah. I think I might watch Django again. It's been a while since I've.
I didn't put it together forever.
Been-
that,
Oh, that's the
Vanessa
third
from
black
Atlanta
person.
Is the lucky girl in Deadpool 2, Domino?
Yeah, I recognize her right away. Yeah, she's also
I
Joker's
didn't- yeah.
faux girlfriend.
What in what?
Enemy? Enemy
Joker.
girlfriend?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's the girl. Yeah, when I saw her as Domino, I thought she was like gorgeous, and then
Yeah.
And
I
then
don't know, I fell out of love. She was one of those ones that like instantly was like one of my top 3, and then she like fell off.
I don't
know why. And
Never
she's
did for
she's gorgeous. I mean, she's a very good looking woman, but she fell off the top 3 list.
I gotta look up her name now.
She
because
fell off
I feel
the
bad
list
for her.
of I'll watch it on a
Zazie
plane with no
Beetz.
sound.
she's
I'll watch it on a
German.
plane with no sound just to look at her
Who?
tier.
Zazie
Domino.
Beetz. Or Zazie.
Oh, is that her name?
Yeah.
Oh,
Zazie
boy.
Beetz. Yeah.
She's German.
German and American.
Yeah. German first, though.
German first. Does she speak German in any movie?
I don't know. You should ask her.
Wikipedia-
She in Inglourious
Wikipedia
Bastards.
never misses to capture people making the strangest facial expressions.
Oh, yeah, dude.
That is such a unflattering picture.
It's so bad. It's a bad picture.
That,
She looks like
dude,
she's smiling
all
for
the
eating a
memes
lemon.
about like all the memes about fucking like Wikipedia editors the day like a celebrity dies, changing everything to was, and it's like
Yeah.
someone typing super fast. Dude, when Dawn Wells died, I looked it up. Like that, like the moment I got the news, I looked her up on Wikipedia, and it was.
Already.
Like, what?
I
It
think
was
they have
amazing.
something.
Like
I think they have like a.
it must be because it was so. And I like read a lot to see if I could catch something. I was like, "Yep,
Find
she
them
was.
fucking
She
up.
lived. You know, she did
Previous,
this.
yeah,
Like,
past tense.
yeah, previous. Yeah, it
X.
was all. It was amazing. It was super fast. Super impressive stuff. Hell yeah, dude.
Who else is hot?
But fucking.
Who else is hot?
Who else?
Well, Matt, have you looked in a
There's
mirror?
gotta be somebody. Oh, thanks, man.
Ooh.
I've lost some weight
No,
recently.
no
I'm feeling-
problem.
I'm feeling.
Have you
still
lost
fat,
weight?
But,
How much do you
yeah,
weigh?
I don't know, but my pants don't fit, so I'm taking.
Hell
Nice.
yeah.
There you go. You're doing the Nutri
Yeah.
fucking what was it? Nutri-Grain?
Neutrogena.
Neutrogena?
No.
The shit where you're holding the pants out in front of you, looking retarded and smiling.
The Jared Fogel.
No,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Subway, yeah.
Yeah, he was
No,
pretty
but
cool.
there was something else. So what was like the it was like the prepped meal shit, like Weight Watchers.
Oh, meal prep.
Yeah,
Oh, it might
Weight
be-
Watchers,
Atkins.
Atkins. Yeah.
No,
The
no,
Rob
no,
Lowe
you,
commercials.
You like subscribe to
Rob Lowe
you,
did commercials.
you like subscribe to pre-made meals and stuff. It precedes all the bullshit.
Oh, is it like the one where you take an embarrassing picture of yourself and if you don't lose enough weight, they send it to like your work?
Send it for you thing.
to everybody?
Take a picture naked in a hot dog and I'll send it to your boss.
A picture of you grabbing
show
your
is so
crotch with a
fucking
sign that says
amazing.
"I hate
You-
Jews," and then you send it to your Jewish
You
boss.
revenge porn. You revenge porn yourself.
Yeah. Oh my god, that show is so
Great
fucking
show.
amazing.
One of my favorite parts is when he's doing the chili suit, but he doesn't want to get scanned by the metal detector, so he goes to get an X-ray to claim he has a pacemaker,
Yeah.
and they're like, why do you need an X-ray?" And he's like, I just need one. And they're like, well, what's the reason? He's like, I'm paying you, so give me an X-ray. And they're like, well, legally we need a reason. He's like, okay, what's the minimum thing that I need? I'm like, oh, like a cough or like chest pain. He's like, yep, yeah, those,
Yeah, I have that.
both of those.
My dad did exactly that. He was trying to ship me something. I can't remember. Some electronic device when I was in Baghdad, and they had to fucking like. There's all these rules about what you can ship in like diplomatic mail, and the guy was like, "Does it have fucking? I think it's lithium-ion batteries that you can't ship."
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Does it have lithium-ion batteries?" He's like, he said, "Does it have batteries?" And I think my dad was like, "Yeah," or he knew it did. Whatever the fuck. He's like, "Does it have lithium-ion batteries?" My dad's like, "No." He's like, "Well, what kind of batteries is it?" My dad's like, "What are the kind that you can ship?" And the guy was like, "Nickel," and he was like, "Yeah, it's those." And I was like, "Okay."
He's the best.
That shit was funny. When fucking
Did you
Rob, his neighbor is hilarious. Him and his wife
oh
are
my
great.
God.
And they were talking about something, and Rob was that's what it was. Rob was pulling the like he fucked up by saying like, I do shit around the house, and he like doesn't do anything. He like did the dishes once, and his wife and my dad's wife are fucking just tearing into him about it. And then he kept like standing his ground and just making it worse. And I was like, Rob, you're fucking digging your own hole here and then wondering why you're so deep in the ground. And he's like, well, here's the thing, Steven. I don't give a fuck. just like sipped his beer and fucking. And they're like talking over him while he's saying that to me. Like he's completely ignoring what they're saying to him. Like the thing is, I just don't really give a fuck.
He's like if Bill Burr's bits were a person, and even more
Yeah.
alcoholic.
Yeah, like he's trashed already. It was like 11 a.m.
Yeah. And he only got worse. Like he did
slowly
not
saying
improve.
this to me. Yeah.
Is that
Yeah,
the day
it was
that I
great.
showed up because he was so far gone whenever I showed up?
Yeah, he
like
showed
looking
up
at us,
later
he's
that day.
Are you guys brothers? And we're like, yeah. He's like, get the fuck out of here. Like, shut
He
the
like
fuck
has
up.
met both of us before and knows this. Knows exactly who we are. He's like, you guys are fucking brothers. Like, that he like wasn't. He asked who was older, and that was like me. And then he like didn't believe him. He's like arguing with him about who was older.
Get the fuck. What?
And he was like twisting it, man. It was like me. And then he like turned to me. He's like, "But you were born first." It's like,
Oh,
no.
what did he say? He's like, this is,
Yeah.
he didn't say this, but he was like, this is some heavy shit, man. Like this is
Yeah, it was like
this is some crazy
it wasn't just
shit.
that. Yeah, it wasn't just that it was like he had the facts wrong. It was like this is insane. Like this is the craziest, the most wild news he's ever received.
I love whatever they
Both
gave
of
me,
the sons of our father are
They gave-
our brothers.
They heard that I like get vinyl, like I buy vinyl, so they gave me like 2
Yeah.
shit on Kiss records. And Rob, sober, I swear to God, at the time, he looks at me and he goes, "These are like $2,000 each, you know? They're in like slightly better condition."
Yeah.
And I was
Yeah, you can probably get some good money for these.
yeah, exactly.
Well, because people think they still don't make them. People think they like just don't like. There's no way you can get a vinyl unless it
Yeah.
was made in '87.
And that people give a fuck about Kiss vinyl.
I know, like I have an original like press of Metal, the Pink Floyd album. It's worth like $80.
Yeah, and the thing
So
about
yeah,
it is
I'm
like
sure the ratty Kiss albums are not
It's not even-
worth.
it doesn't matter like what the album is. It does to a degree, but it matters way more about like the condition of it and all that stuff. Because like
Yeah,
when you're
yeah.
collecting it, it's like a baseball card, right? Like if I fucking
Yeah,
Mint.
find a
You gotta be
baseball
handling
card in
them
my
shit with
couch,
gloves.
yeah.
yeah. No, these records like
You better be laminating
the
your
vinyl doesn't even
records.
hold into it because like it's like peeling apart and all that shit.
Yeah.
Like it's like cardboard sleeve is coming out. Like that's
Someone took a
Couple
bite out of
grand.
one of them.
he's like you should put these somewhere and retire on it. It's like
Put these on ice.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little
I got the
rainy
freezer
day
right
fun for you.
It's like, listen, times ever get
Don't
tough.
spend
just
it
take a
all
look
in
at
one
these
place.
Kiss, just take a look at these Kiss albums, and go buy a car.
Hell yeah, dude.
And
You've been
then some
fucking
Kiss
hitting the
albums,
James or what,
30
man?
bucks. The James?
Yeah, the James Nazy.
Yeah,
you get
James
fucking jacked.
Nasium.
That's so dumb, dude.
Jimothy Nasium.
I love every time Steven
Yeah.
talks about his day. I remember that he just has nothing to do, and,
Yeah,
and
that's right.
it hasn't. For
Fucking
6
don't work.
years.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like-
that's kind of sad.
I do stuff.
I do things.
I do things.
Guys,
He's not coming home
You gotta
worrying
trust
about
me.
deadlines or like, oh man,
No, I don't
slowing
worry about
down.
anything.
Business is slowing
Yeah.
down. Maybe I gotta focus on getting my certifications. Should I go back to school?
I've been
He's like-
I've been
he's
rocking.
like,
Oh,
he's
do I
like,
wanna go to
just
the
ate
James
3
today?
He's like, I ate 3 chickens.
Yeah.
It's time for me to go to the fucking gym.
Yeah, I just had like 2,000 calories.
oh,
and,
should I
don't
stay
know.
up all night
Should I go
playing
to the
Call of
gym or
Duty
get
and then
hammered?
just
I'm
switch
over
my
here, like-
schedule the next day?
I'm over here like, okay, so I got this meal coming up. I
Yeah.
gotta fix the pool.
I don't
got
work
all this
tonight.
types of shit. Like I just need to unwind to play some video games. It's
Yeah.
just something. Steven's like,
Hunter, you're in the
"It's just
same
like
boat. I
4
don't wanna hear
hours of
it.
Oh,
video games."
yeah. I don't do
I'm the-
fucking anything.
Like 6 years being absolved of any fucking
I don't
responsibility.
do
is just
fucking
amazing.
anything. It's
Totally.
fantastic.
Like, no wonder everyone's fucking homeless when they get out of the military. Like, I don't know how anything works at all. I don't even know. I go to, like, I learned when I was on leave last that, like, the reason I don't fucking understand anything on a menu at a restaurant is because I don't know, like, I just don't go to restaurants. So all these, like,
What do you
French,
mean?
What
Like-
don't you
Word.
understand?
French words,
You
for
can't
food,
read
French
it.
words. Food that is a French word is meaningless to me.
Where'd you go to like Olive Garden? Where'd you go? You couldn't like Alfredo. What the fuck is that?
Even Hunter doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. He's trying to show how out of touch Steven is, and he's like,
Yeah.
French
You
food
can't-
warrior, Olive Garden.
Where are you going that you can't
You say
read the
Alfredo,
menu?
You say chicken Alfredo when I bring up French food.
California pizza.
That's when
kitchen?
if you go to a restaurant and you can't read it, you just point and you go, "I want this."
Yeah, I mean, I'll see,
Yeah,
like,
that is
I know
true.
what the fuck pasta is, but, like, I mean, when we went to fucking dinner, Matt, that one time, like,
Yeah.
there was a lot of stuff on the menu I, like, didn't know what it was. It's a lot
Are
of
you
the
talking
weird
about
side
the Black
stuff.
Pearl or are you talking what the nice place
Yeah, when we were on the pirate
Oh.
ship.
in fair? Oh,
No, like, just, if you're at a restaurant that's, like, not
The
It doesn't have to be
pirate
nice,
He
but just
couldn't
like
read Hush Puppies.
it was a
pirate
Pirates of the
ship?
Caribbean joke. It landed. It was great, but
Oh,
everyone
yeah,
laughed. But the
Everybody clapped.
like if you're at a restaurant where it's like not anything above like the most basic menu, all the little side things I like don't know what they are.
You go,
Like I know
you
what
go.
pasta is. I know what a
Here's what
fucking. I
you
know
go
what
to a
steak.
restaurant and you go, I want a T-bone steak,
I didn't
extra
learn-
rare, and then you
I-
give them the
Steven
menu and you
says-
don't look at them ever again.
I learned what like the
What's
different
a
levels of cooking
asparagus?
eggs were within the last year. Also legumes.
You didn't know what a legume was?
No.
It's a bean.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid. I hate it, but
But
Dumbass.
nobody in the natural world calls them legumes, so who
Dumbass.
what
cares?
do they call them?
Beans. They call them beans.
Oh, well, I know what a bean is.
Perfect.
I mean, come on. I know what a. Hey, come on.
It's like the tomato is a fruit thing. No one gives a shit
Hey,
because
Peter.
it's eaten as a vegetable.
remember the fucking 11-hour car ride where all I did was do a terrible Joe from Family Guy
Forward,
impersonation
yeah.
where Peter breaks into his house at 3 a.m. and rapes him.
Yeah, it was 11 hours that I'm never
It's
gonna.
an 11-hour drive.
I think
Yeah,
he
it was amazing.
overheated my car too, so we're sitting in an IHOP and he's still doing it.
Hey, Peter, what are you doing in my bedroom? Hey, Peter, where's Bonnie? And the whole time, Peter just doesn't say anything. It's great because he's paralyzed. He can't run away.
Can't feel it either, so you know.
It works out too because neither of us can do Peter very well.
Yeah. Why don't you get out of my bed, Peter?
Do you just pretend to yawn and that's how you do that voice?
Pretty much.
What's your best voice, Uncle?
My best voice?
Yeah.
Yeah, give me your Joe from
me a
Family Guy
voice.
voice.
I haven't seen Family Guy. So I'm really good at
You've seen
voices. Like
Emperor's New Groove do Kronk.
I'm notoriously really good at voices. Give me Matt, give me your favorite character.
Give me an Hunter. Give me an Australian Kronk.
We're not
from
talking.
Emperor's New Groove.
No, I can't do accents. I can do voices.
Yeah.
So give me a
Tony
person.
Soprano.
Tony Soprano.
Tony Soprano.
Yeah.
100%.
I'm a little sick. It might sound a
Yeah.
little different. Might
Yeah,
sound a
yeah.
little off. Let me look up a Tony Soprano quote real quick. I'm not familiar with his work.
Read one of those tweets that they like.
Just think about getting angry at Chrissy. You want to check his.
Top Tony Soprano quote. Okay, here we go. I like
It's
this
gonna
one.
be racist.
I
Probably.
like this one. Is he Italian?
Is that the quote?
Okay.
The fucking 10 seconds of silence to ask if Tony Soprano is Italian.
I just had to be sure, you know, some people. We live in a
You
modern
started-
world.
you
I'm starting to
you wanna-
wonder how good your voice is going to be,
We-
even if you don't know who the fuck
Do you
the
want
guy
a
is.
character that you know
All right,
what they
here we
sound
go.
like?
Here we go. No, here comes Tony Soprano.
Tony Soprano.
All right. You bottomed out.
Okay, is that the quote?
Yeah, that's
Yep.
really good, man.
Want some context? Tony may have been understating the case after he smacked around his daughter's boyfriend, Jackie Jr., for not thinking everything true. He also points out that if you're dating a mob boss's daughter, don't ditch her for a strip club her father might show up at. This Tony Soprano guy sounds a little problematic. I don't know.
No, he's a
Say,
pretty level-headed.
I'd like to
he's
take
very
back
cool.
that quote. I don't support him anymore.
What?
I can't
You
be
don't support a
I can't be
true
I
alpha
can't be
male?
associated with those kinds of words like that.
Dude, the fucking Sigma grindset memes of like Thomas Shelby being like,
Oh my god, I'm so
We're gonna
fucking
fucking-
sick of Peaky Blinders.
"We're gonna fucking Thomas."
What are we,
Thomas
some
Shelby.
kind of peaky
My
blinder?
favorite- My
It's
favorite
literally
guy from that
some
show
kind
is Billy Kimber. I fucking love that guy.
Never
And
seen
then
it.
as soon as he's gone, like the
Kimber?
show's just
I
yeah,
wasn't big
Billy
on Kimber.
Huh?
I like Alfie Solomon.
I'm Billy Kimber.
I
I
wasn't
run
super.
the races, and you fix one of them. So I'll be shot against a
There was
post.
the guy from Jurassic Park going before. Oh, I think I already did this one.
Yeah, you've
Sam
already
Neill?
done this. But it's
Yeah,
good
he's
though. It's
like
good though.
before
You know, I
tonight's
think
bear.
everybody needs to have a.
Tomorrow's pests. Yeah, the rape scene was pretty cool with him.
He got raped? I don't remember that.
No, no.
Was it the
Yeah,
T-Rex?
Thomas Shelby raped him. The T-Rex.
I think my favorite
The
Sam
T-Rex
Neill
did him
movie.
like he did the Range Rover.
I think my
Or
favorite
the
Sam
Land
Neill
Rover.
movie is In the Mouth of Madness. I thought that movie
I
scared
need
the
to
hell out
watch
of me.
that movie.
Haven't seen it.
2 a.m. I was in 7th grade. Sci-Fi
Oh.
Channel on. I'm like, oh, that's the guy from Jurassic Park.
Is that the one where he's like, I'm not insane?
Oh, that guy's in Jurassic
No,
Park.
I don't think so.
What's that from?
Is that Event
Not
Horizon?
insane. Event Horizon was alright.
Someone very angrily says, I'm not insane.
Sam Neill, I'm not insane.
It might not have been him.
Oh, that is
It's
that
definitely
movie.
a quote from.
I think that is that
It
movie.
does say final scene, so I'm gonna not watch it because I've never seen the movie. So
Okay.
It's a good movie.
it's free with ads on YouTube
And
though.
this
Watch
is
now.
free ads on YouTube. I might watch it tonight at work
I
while
think
I'm
it's a
alone
John
in a
Carpenter
scary
movie.
building.
It is.
Speaking
a
of, I
Carpenter
watched The
movie.
Thing recently. Pretty great.
Like for the first time.
That's
Yeah.
a really good movie.
I love that movie.
Pretty
That
great
movie's
movie.
so good.
Yeah.
I bought that
The
movie.
2011 one kind of sucks.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not good.
I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not gonna watch it.
No, that
I
movie's
watched a
so
bunch
good.
of Nicolas Cage movies with my boy Jake while we were
Nicholas.
working together.
Uh-huh.
The Rock is a great fucking movie. Directed by Michael Bay.
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage is a
rock.
What is he? He's a rock.
He's the Rock.
Yeah. No, he's
He
he's
plays
like
a fantasy version of Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Yeah, he's the Rock Johnson. He's a fucking chemical weapons expert.
Yeah.
With the like FBI or something, and a bunch of Marines, like a rogue, unit of Marines.
Yeah.
They steal chemical weapons and then
Ambulance, not good.
They steal chemical weapons and then they go to Alcatraz during the tour, and they take all the people hostage during the tour of Alcatraz, and then they threaten to fire chemical weapons at San Diego or San Francisco.
Isn't it
and
don't they want like a
whoever
retirement plan or something? Like they're just like looking for a 401k or something.
Yeah, they just wanted like $1 million each or something.
No, it is. No,
because they.
It is. He wants.
Yeah, because they
he
felt
wants
like they
them to
got
have a
fucked over.
401k.
Yeah, he felt like they all got fucked over, so they wanted like $1 million each. And then they bring Sean Connery, who's like an SAS, like prior all this special forces everything, criminal, who's been in prison for like 30 years. He's also like a super genius, and he has like, when they go into like his cell, he has like books on like chess, and like Shakespeare and the art of war and shit. Like just Michael Bay being like, get some fucking smart books in there right now. And
a smart guy.
And they need him because he escaped from Alcatraz back when it was still a prison, and so he's the only one that like knows the layout. And so him and Nicolas Cage, they need Nicolas Cage because he's a weapons expert guy, or a chemical weapons guy, and then they need Sean Connery because he's a knows the layout, and they bring in like a SEAL team to fucking go in, and it's amazing. Sean Connery's got some killer, like, I've spent the last 30 years, I've been trying not to get fucked in the ass. Like, just all these weird fucking lines about being in prison. And then Nicolas Cage is not a good actor at all. And that's the one movie that has the line where he's like, yeah, well, how about we cut the chit-chat a-hole?
Oh, yes.
Just, like, that's his delivery of it. That's his delivery. Amazing. It was a blast watching those movies.
I will say this. I thought he was good in Bringing Out the Dead.
National Treasure.
National Treasure, he was
His-
great. He's not a bad actor.
He's
but
inconsistent.
He's not a good actor, and he's not. But he's always entertaining.
Oh, let's see you do better.
Yeah.
I could do better than how about we cut the chit chat a-hole.
Who are you?
Yeah, but
who
nobody
with
would
the
remember.
sizes?
Nobody would remember that line though. We wouldn't be here talking about it if it
Exactly.
wasn't for my boy
Exactly.
Nick Cage.
I'm not saying it's a problem. It's a great movie.
Mm.
Um,
Oh,
and
here's
then
that's a great one. The one where he's talking about like cutting him some slack. It's a great quote.
yeah. Oh fuck! What is he? He says
I
it's
work in a
so
little glass
crazy.
jar and lead a very uneventful life. I drive a Volvo, a beige one. But what I'm dealing with here is one of the most deadly substances the Earth has ever known. So what do you say you cut me some friggin' slack?
Yeah. Nicolas Cage was better. Yeah, the way he like.
Yeah, fuck you,
the
man.
way he ends the line. How would you cut me some fucking slack? He's like. He goes, "What? Isn't it rated R?" And he says a-hole and frick.
Friggin',
Like,
yeah.
The movie may be R-rated, but
Maybe he didn't want to come back.
I mean,
and
I'm pretty sure Sean Connery talks about like trying not to get fucked in the ass. Like that's a line, and then we have Nicolas Cage going a-hole. But
It's just the characters.
or trying not to get gangbanged. I think he says. For the last 30 years, trying not to get gangbanged. Oh, dude, the Willy Wonka bit. that's what Matt hasn't heard yet. There is no way of knowing
There's
if my
no.
penis isn't growing.
I absolutely, yeah.
Is it
Is it
raining?
raining? Is it snowing? Is my penis come-a-flowing?
Yeah.
Not a speck of light is showing, so my penis must be growing. Are the fires of hell a-glowing? Is the grisly reaper mowing? Yes!
My penis must be growing, for the rowers keep on rowing.
And they're certainly not showing any signs that they are slowing.
Hell yeah.
That hurt.
Hey Wonka, I want to get off.
I'm gonna turn it off.
Stop the boat.
I think this.
You're
I think
right.
This is over.
Doodle-doodle-doo.
Stop the boat.
We're here.
He says that just like in Breakfast Club. He's like, "That's okay, son. We can do it on the boat." That's another stupid
Willie,
fucking
Gene
movie.
Wilder's in Breakfast Club?
No, just the guy who delivers the line like that. I remember watching it in middle school and being like, "This is amazing," and then I like saw a scene from it recently and was like, "This is not amazing.
All of those fucking
This
movies
is
suck.
certainly not."
What is all of those movies?
Who's that director? He did like.
But I don't know.
John Hughes?
Yeah, John.
Steven Spielberg.
Oh, like you don't like 16 Candles or Pretty in Pink or
Yeah.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
Yeah.
I remember enjoying Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
I haven't seen the other three movies
I
that
haven't
he's
seen it in a long time. I know
only
16
seen
Candles
Ferris
is like
Bueller.
I know girls in middle school loved that movie, so
Oh, he did
can't
Planes,
be
Trains, and Automobiles?
that's a good one.
He did all the Beethoven movies.
He did all of the Beethoven.
The dog.
The dog.
Yeah.
What's the other dog movie? What's the dog movie where he
Marmaduke.
fucking hits the
Airbud.
Benji, where
Cujo.
the German Shepherd's chasing him and he brake checks him in a bush, and on the other side of the bush is a cliff, and the German Shepherd just goes launching off the cliff.
Yeah.
You remember that
It's
shit?
awesome.
I was like, holy fuck! It's like a little dog that's he gets lost or something. I don't remember like any of the
He's getting
plot,
lost
but there's
all
a
the
scene
time.
where
Like a
German
Homeward
Shepherd
Bound
is like,
situation.
and German Shepherd's like chasing him, and he's like running through like Arizona, and then there's like a little bush, and he like runs in and just stops, and the German Shepherd just goes full beans, and he's like, like does like a howl as it goes, like falling into the Grand Canyon. I'm pretty sure it was. Because of Winn-Dixie, that was another one featuring Dave Matthews as Otis. I gotta watch that shit again.
Got to?
He looked.
No.
That whole movie, he looked like he didn't want to be there.
Really?
Yeah, he does not look like he's having any fun in that movie. He looks.
Is he in anything else? Is he
Dave
Yeah.
the Dave
Matthews, yeah, he's
Matthews
in the
acting
band.
career not take off? Oh, he's in the band, the Dave Matthews band.
He's got a whole band named after him, dude.
She wakes up
I'm
in
looking
the
that up right now. I kind of
morning.
want to see how many movies he's in.
His Wikipedia page does not have the word filmography,
he
so
keeps showing
He was-
up in Adam Sandler movies.
Really? I'm sure he's been featured as like a bit, like as himself.
No, he was in
Like I
Just Go
know,
With It. He was in I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry. He was in Don't Mess With the Zohan.
really,
Yeah.
really. Huh.
he was in The Matrix Reloaded as soundtrack when the world ends.
Really? I almost made a joke about him being in one of the Matrix movies.
Who?
It means I'm a god.
He was on House, apparently,
As House?
as Patrick Obiedkov.
Okay.
He was in House.
He was in for one episode. I imagine he was a patient. The title of the episode is Halfwit, so.
She played a retard. I saw the cop from The Departed that's like Matt Damon's buddy in Law and Order recently as a retarded guy.
That's good.
It's pretty funny.
He's
He
in
was
stuff.
like-
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
The other rat.
We're gonna run away together. Him and his retard girlfriend want to go run away, but she's being like abused by the retard home manager
The
guy.
retard home.
They're at like a place.
Christ.
Dude, and every episode with Elliot Stabler is great. It's just Olivia being like, Elliot, come on, we gotta. She just starts beating the fuck out of somebody. He asks them like 2 questions, and they're like, fuck you. And then he just starts hitting them every time. It's amazing. Like, oh, you don't want to talk to me? Fuck you. And then everyone's like, Elliot. Well, he's just clobbering people. I remember an episode where he gets in trouble for like rupturing an 18-year-old's spleen when he
Killed
he
one,
like
didn't
takes her to the ground.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
No, he killed
And he's like,
one.
"What?" He's like, "What the fuck am I supposed to do?" Like, he's like angry that he's in trouble about it.
That goes on for a
Want me
while.
to not burst his spleen?
Yeah. There's one where
Yeah, he's in
Uh,
the
there's a-
episode's called
there's a
Competence.
there's a pedophile who like did time for something and then he gets out. And Stabler was the one that put him away. And then he makes a website for like pictures of kids, but they're all like normal pictures, so they can't like do anything about it. There's just like kids at a park or whatever. And Elliot's like, he's super fucking angry about it, but they're like, oh, there's nothing we can do. He's like, ah, fuck this guy. And then he was a suspect. The pedophile was a suspect, so they were looking through his website to see if maybe they could spot like one of the missing children or whatever. And they see this one little girl, and they stop, and they're like, "Oh fuck!" They're like, "Has Elliot seen this?" And they're like, "We don't know." And then the like captain comes out. He's like, "Get units over to this guy's house right now," because the little girl is Elliot's daughter. And they get there, and the door is smashed in, and the guy's like on the ground covered in blood, and Elliot's like on the computer going like, "What's the story?" Like trying to log in, like delete this shit. This is great. Fucking what's his face from Burn Notice is in Law and Order now, and he's not
Michael
great.
Weston? Yeah.
Donovan.
Yeah, he's not that great.
Jeffrey
He's really
Donovan.
good, right? He's one of those
It's
guys.
the-
that, like,
it's the
if you give
writing.
if you give him good writing, he can execute, but he's not.
He
gonna
was
be the kind of
great
guy
in
that elevates
Fargo.
it. Yeah, no, he's
Yeah,
great in
yeah,
Fargo.
he couldn't care. Like, there's actors that are like good with mediocre or not like kind of okay writing. He needs like good writing to be.
Yeah.
No, his character is very flat, and he's very flat, and it's like I say what's on my mind, and if you have a problem with that, then we'll
Fuck
figure it out.
you.
Yeah,
It's
basically, it's
really
like that.
hard to elevate that stuff sometimes.
Yeah, it's pretty bad shit.
But at
Yeah,
the
I'm
same
not
time,
afraid to
like,
say what's on my
a
mind.
good show can, but
Yeah,
I don't know. Those serial shows. really dependent on the writing. I mean, you notice it with House though. Like whenever you go back through some of the episodes where like some of the writing is like, what the fuck were you thinking? Like I think that what season was during the first writer's strike?
I don't know. I remember it getting weird
Yeah,
because
it gets
Wilson
weird, and it's
had
because
the
of that.
girl that he liked. Wilson had the girl that he liked, but he didn't know her for like that long, and then she died, which was sad, I guess. But then he's like, you would think they were like married for 10 years or something with how he's fucking losing his mind about it. And I swear they were like together for 2 months, if that much. And then he's like hallucinating, like seeing her. I just remember that girl having like the show acting like she was super important and had like huge impact on everybody, and she was like the least consequential character, I thought,
They
of
tried to do
everyone.
the
But it's
Scrubs
also been a
thing
long
where
time
they
since I've seen it.
killed Brendan Fraser,
Yeah,
and everybody actually cared because it was
but
Brendan
that,
Fraser.
but yeah, that was good because yeah, well done. And the My Lunch thing was pretty good.
That show was pretty good.
Show's amazing. I might rewatch that shit, man.
Scrubs, yeah.
In the first episode, I think they're like, Ted, how come all you have in your suitcase is a smiley face sticker and a revolver? It's like, oh, well, one's for when I get sad, and the other's for when I get really sad. That's my favorite character, I think. Yeah, that's literally me.
So yeah,
Hello?
everybody, you're very welcome.
You guys, what's going on? Hello?
We're probably gonna
Hello.
be back a little bit more often.
Eh.
Maybe not. Maybe
Eh.
not. That's an hour though.
What?
And, I live with people, and I love everybody.
You don't want to give them. You gotta keep them
I'm wrapping
holding,
it up.
biting,
That's
biting the bit.
I'm walking you.
You gotta keep them wanting more.
It's a really great
You
finish.
can't tell them
That's all
they
I got.
want to stay.
That's a great way to
Okay, well-
conclude the episode.
All right. Well,
A shout out to our German listeners.
They're dead.
What?
They're not. They're dead. They got conscripted by.
We didn't even get into all of my thoughts on Russia on my manifesto that I
Oh,
have
man.
drafted.
All right. Stay tuned for that.
Yeah,
you
coming up
manifesto on
next
what?
week
Sorry.
on Russia.
Oh yeah. What about Russia?
Well,
No,
we don't have time.
no,
there's no time.
No, I think we got
no
time.
time. No, there's no time.
No, Steven, just start.
No, listen.
We got
See,
Russia
we
time.
had time,
It's
but now
topical.
we're out of time.
Our listeners crave.
Nah, Russia's
topical-
so
I
far out of
had someone in
topics.
my old unit go talking about Crimea before, like way before all this stuff.
What?
He was like, he was defending like that they annexed it. He was like, they took it. It's theirs. He was like upset that someone was talking about that it might have been an issue with the way that they handled it. I mean, I don't
You
disagree.
should
I
have
just
just.
thought it was hilarious.
Did you like start stealing his shit and go, well, I took it. It's mine.
No, I
now."
don't have it. I didn't know anything about it. I had no opinion. I just thought it was. I thought that was a very amusing stance. Like I don't know anything about it. But that doesn't sound like a solid foundation of like an opinion. They took it. It's theirs. It's like the. That's
I'm
like
here. I'm queer.
like a
deal with it.
7-year-old's like argument for why it's my little shovel in the sandbox.
I had it first.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe he's got a point.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't think he does.
What's he up to these days?
He got out of the Marine Corps, and he's still
He's homeless?
he's like probably a mild anarchist. I don't know. He's putting
Oh.
weird shit in our group chat. He's
That's good.
entertaining. He's a character.
He
Our dad
supports
met him.
Russia, and he's an anarchist.
He's
Which is it?
he's all over the place.
He supports Russian
He's like
anarchy.
super anti-government. Let me pull up the group chat and I'll read the most.
The episode was
I'm actually
ending.
interested
What
in this.
happened?
Yeah.
Let
Well, I
me
don't know.
pull
I'm
up the
kind of
most
interested
recent
in
thing.
this. I want to hear about this. I want to hear about this guy.
So he said, well, that just
As an
says suck my cock.
unapologetic communist myself, I'm
Don't you have work
Yeah.
soon?
me.
Me?
You? Either of you? Anybody here?
Yeah, I have it in 12 hours.
Someone did put I had to go to BAS. I had gay thoughts again. I thought that was
Yeah.
funny. Woke up with gay thoughts and go to the doctor. Um,
That,
what the fuck is it? Hold on. It's there. Everybody
is that why
relax.
he was at the doctor?
He said to one of the guys in the chat is a cop. He said, "Hey, you're a cop. You're supposed to know laws. If a cop shows up to you, I'll read it how
They're
it's
actually not
written.
supposed
Actually,
to. Well, they don't have to.
you're a coup. You're supposed to know laws. If a cop shows up to your property without a warrant, can you kill them violently?
Uh,
I
You're a
think
cop.
he
You're
meant
supposed to know laws. Can I overthrow the government and fuck little children asking for myself?"
Jesus Christ. This guy's
That was somebody
a
else.
riot.
The group chat is all like, the edgier it is, the funnier
gonna
the
be the
bit is.
next Thug Shaker Central shit. We're gonna watch you get escorted.
I take up seats on the bus to prevent the elderly from sitting down. Thank me for my service. It's all just people regurgitating like offensive memes on the internet. And it's because it's WhatsApp. It's like saved in my phone automatically in my camera roll.
That's
So
good.
I have a meme of like John Wayne, and the text says like, "If you cut your dick off, you're not a girl. You're just a guy with his dick cut off." Like the most fucking, just the funniest like,
Like boomer shit.
yeah, like boomer fucking just not understanding the world and being angry about it memes.
somebody posted something like that in a group chat I'm in. Like and share if you think that millennials should be killed by lethal injection.
Here we go. Cutting off your pecker doesn't make you a woman.
What's
Just
his
makes
name?
you a guy that cut off his damn
Sam Elliott.
pecker. That's what the meme says. It's literally John Wayne. The picture is John Wayne. What's the